Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. The feud between Bret Hart and Goldberg will literally never end. I mean, Bret Hart still holds a grudge for Goldberg injuring him all those years ago in WCW, and I understand. And Goldberg is now pissed at the way his retirement match and sort of retirement segment was handled. Of course, we saw that Goldberg retired on Saturday at Saturday night's main event against Gunther. He tapped out to Gunther in what was probably one of Goldberg's best matches of all time. They went almost 15 minutes, and Gunther absolutely carried Goldberg to one of his best matches ever. Now, I'm not a big fan of Goldberg's in-ring work or really anything about Goldberg outside of like his aura, his intensity, his charisma, his character work. I mean, all of those things are things that wrestlers today can take with them to elevate their game. I mean, the mark that Goldberg made on this industry is incredible. Now, do I want to see him in the ring ever again? No. Do I want him to live a beautiful, happy, joyous life? Absolutely. And do I think that WWE should take care of their legends, especially on a retirement match or retirement segment? Do I think they should take care of their legends after their career is over? Absolutely yes. And so Goldberg had a few issues with the way his retirement match was handled. They told him about 9 months ago that he was going to have this retirement match, and then they didn't tell him exactly the details of it until 3 weeks ahead of time. Goldberg said that he would have loved to have the match announced potentially in January, so they could be this big build-up. I mean, it still could have been Gunther versus Goldberg, and Goldberg won and lost, or Gunther won and lost the title in that time frame. So it just makes the match maybe a little bit better. Ooh, is it going to be a title match? Is it not going to be a title match? Some of those things could have been interesting if they had announced the match in January. But I guess WWE's mindset is that so many things change. We don't know where it's going to be, when it's going to be, and who it's going to be against. And since the business is so sporadic, we might as well wait until 3 weeks ahead of time. We can then push it for 3 weeks, and then we can have this great match as you versus Gunther. And then Goldberg said that he trained for 5 straight months for this match. And that's absolutely incredible. For a 58-year-old man to go for 15 minutes against pound for pound, in my opinion, the best professional wrestler on the planet is incredible. Is absolutely incredible. So no matter what I think of Goldberg, kudos to him for doing that, for working hard, for training, and for taking it very, very seriously. I mean, one of the things in the match that was hilarious is that Gunther gave him one of his famous chop right at the beginning of the match, and Goldberg just sort of laughed it off. And yeah, in the interview that he had, he said that he apologized for sort of like breaking character, but I really think it added something to Goldberg, because Goldberg is like this intense beast of a man, and he just laughed off one of the most intense chops you could have. And then he went on to thank Gunther a lot, how he carried him and helped him, and how he's really good in the ring. And Goldberg was really, really complimentary to Gunther. Goldberg just didn't like the way it ended, how it was handled. The way it was promoted 3 weeks ahead of time. And also, of course, getting cut off at the end of his retirement speech by WWE, by NBC, it's kind of disgusting, and it shouldn't happen. I mean, Goldberg was saying some really good stuff about being kind to each other and loving one another, and there'll never be another Goldberg, and some really, really, really good stuff, and boom, he gets cuts off. I mean, that just can't happen, especially a legend like Goldberg, who's made a real, real mark on this business. I mean, he still comes out and people chant, Goldberg, Goldberg. So I feel for Goldberg in that regard, and I just wanted to mention some of those things for the full context about Goldberg's retirement and what are the things that led up to it. Now, the other side of the coin, the guy that hates Goldberg more than anyone else on the planet is Bret Hart. And yeah, Goldberg did injure some ribs of the referee that he speared. And Bret Hart was like, yeah, Goldberg is unsafe around anyone. The fans, the popcorn guy, the wrestlers, everyone. Goldberg is the most unsafe worker on the planet. Bret Hart even said that he would have cut off Goldberg's speech faster than NBC did. I mean, Bret Hart really, really still holds a grudge and absolutely hates Goldberg still, and I really think he should let it go. Like, that resentment is killing him, that just anger is killing him. Bret Hart, please, man, if you're watching this, you gotta let it go. Goldberg has let it go. Goldberg seems like one of the sweetest people that we know. Yes, he's super intense in the ring. He's super complimentary to Gunther. I'm sure he's apologized to you. Bret Hart, you gotta let it go. You gotta squash the beef. But right now, in this very moment, we have the biggest feud of the year between Goldberg and Bret Hart. Goldberg, I think, never ever comments on anything Bret Hart related. Bret Hart comments on everything Goldberg related. He's all up in that stuff. But it's a huge feud right now. Let's bring them both back. WrestleMania 42, let's go. Goldberg versus Bret Hart in a shoot match. Winner takes all to the death. Let's freaking do it. I guarantee you that Bret Hart would agree to that. He would train. Who knows who would win that match? It's obviously a joke. But I do think that Bret Hart should let it go, man. It happened so long ago. It's all good. You guys are both doing different things. Goldberg's raising his kid and having a family, and Bret Hart's doing whatever he's doing and being an absolute legend and one of the greatest to ever do it. Let it go. Live your lives. You know, that's my wisdom here on Pro Wrestling Daily. But I'd love to know what you think about the Goldberg Bret Hart feud of a lifetime. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.